Hi, my name is Angela, and I'm making those videos in English because I want to practice my English. I'm just listening to it, and I have some American friends, so it's a way of sharing. Anyway, things that we like. This book is a masterpiece. Paul Auster, the Brooklyn Follies. You should read it if you haven't. I'm going to tell something about the book, but I'm going to do it quickly because in Portuguese I took a long time. I love this book so much that I sometimes I go too far away. 47 minutes. Anyway, this time I want to make it shorter. Okay, this book is a masterpiece, and so I have read all Paul Auster's books. I really love the way that he writes. Now I'm struggling with 4321 because I bought it in English, perhaps I don't know, and I bought a paperback. So it's a little bit hard. I don't know what's happening, but I'll try and I know that I'm gonna love it. What's about? Nathan is a guy, a 59-year-old guy that wanted a complete place to die, and he chose Brooklyn. Very calm, isn't it? He chose that because he had lived his childhood there. So he wants to be there. He had a cancer, a lung cancer. That is his problem. During this time that he is living in Brooklyn, he just know practically two persons. One is a bookstore owner, a bargain bookstore owner. He's an old guy. He is a little bit flamboyant and a little bit, no, a lot. He wears velvet coats and scarves. And the other one is a girl, a Latin girl that she is the waitress of the diner that he goes, and he is in love with her. He thinks that she is beautiful, so he have lunch every day there. But once he was at this bookstore and he saw his nephew. He haven't seen him for a long time. He's a little bit chubby, fat, and he told it was a pleasure to meet him. And they had lunch, and he told his uncle what has happened during his life. He had a master's degree, no, I think it was a PhD, but he didn't make it because he couldn't do well in his work, and so he decided to quit the studies and he became a taxi driver. After that, he met this guy that was the owner of this bookstore, and this guy that is called Harry gave him this job. And so he was working there. He rented a very, very, very small apartment. It's not even a studio. It was a very, very, perhaps smaller than mine. And he was there living his life. No girlfriends, no friends. And he told also what kind of man that his boss was. He said it was a very nice guy, but he had been in jail before because he was a con. And had been married. He had this art gallery, and as the art gallery did it very well, so he found a very nice painter, but this painter died, and then he had a lover, and this guy, the lover, was a very good painter, but not an artist. But he made a fraud, and so he sold some paintings that were false paintings. And so he went to prison, and he had to tell the police that who was the painter and so on. Anyway, life goes. And this nephew also tells his uncle that what happened to his sister. She had been a porn actress, and she was in a rehab. And there in the rehab, she met a guy. She fell in love with this guy. This guy was in rehab too, and he was a very religious guy. And so they got married, and he hadn't seen her. Neither her daughter, nor her daughter. Lucy was the name of the daughter, the child. So this was what happened. But then that's the theory, okay? That's not the plot. There was another guy in this story that was Rufus. Rufus was a drag queen, and he was positive, and this wonderful guy that was the bookstore owner gave him a job and took care of him. So this is the scenery, what's happening. And what is so wonderful, because it tells about life. It tells about about friendship, about being a friend, about being a nice person, without the failures that we have, without the flaws that we do. So I really tell you that you should read this book. If you like this kind of talk, please subscribe my channel, okay? That sometimes I'm going to talk about books in English. That's the second time. But now, just to tell something that's really, really important. The final line of this book, in my understanding, it's the best final line ever in literature. It is fantastic. This book is a gift. It's something that you give to yourself, and you read a very good way of telling us. You read a good story and a wonderful way of telling this story. Hope you like it. If you do, you like, subscribe, and see you next time.